Welcome to the Spy Collection. I'm Anastasios and today's artifact comes from the Second World War. It's a cigarette case that once belonged to an officer of the Red Army of the Soviet Union. As you see here, the lid says 1942 and Ukraine. So this is likely when and where in the Soviet Union it was used. And this is also what the collector where it came from claims. According to its previous owner, this belonged to Red Army officer Sviridov, who was assigned to Smersh. And this is where our story becomes interesting. The Smersh was created by the State Defense Committee of the Soviet Union. Actually, Smersh's headquarters were in one of the most historic buildings in the espionage world, the Lubyanka in Moscow, that was later the headquarters of the KGB and currently the headquarters of the FSB, which is the equivalent of the FBI for Russia. So the 4th and the 6th floor during the Second World War were used by the newly formed Smersh. Smersh was a name that Joseph Stalin himself came up with. It's an abbreviation of the Russian phrase Smert Spionam, which means death to spies, and as you can easily guess, Smersh's mission was counterintelligence. How Smersh was working is by having Smersh cells inside almost all of the areas of operation of the Red Army, and they were actively looking for foreign spies trying to infiltrate the Soviet military and eliminate them. Now going back to this rare artifact from this not so well known counterintelligence agency, it has 1942 carved on it. But here is an interesting story. The first time that Smersh was formally announced was on April 14th, 1943. So how could this cigarette case be sitting in Ukraine's Smersh bureau in 1942? As we know today, Smersh was established 2 years prior to the formal announcement in 1941 with a resolution number 414138SS. This was splitting NKVD's military counterintelligence functions into 3 units. NKVD at that point was the predecessor of the KGB and it was handling all the military counterintelligence under the Directorate of Special Departments. Eventually, in March of 1946, there was another big restructure and Smersh was disbanded. However, to this day, Smersh is known for some impressive counterintelligence operations and some very ambitious clandestine operations such as finding and capturing or killing Adolf Hitler himself and bringing back his body. But all those spy stories are also the reason why nothing's as it seems.